We're going to feed one of the 240-gallon tanks, the one that I call silver dollar tank, that also houses a bunch of other fish. Phoenix barbs, blood parrots, one of the Asian red tails is in here, sharky, the black shark, the yellowfin is in here. Who else? I think that's pretty much the pacu, yeah, the sailfin pacu, and the smaller, our smallest datnoid is there too. They're all extremely voracious eaters, so we're gonna give them three cut up mullet and some pellets too. New life spectrum pellets. Barb being predatory carp related to Menagerie. They prefer to grab fish. They've given both fish and pellets. The red tail respects both. What you see is he's preferring to grab big pieces of fish than smaller pellets. It's pretty smart of him. The blood parrots only take the pellets, at least for now, and the silver dollars have taken to fish also, and then they will take pellets. I think it's just their greed. Because the fish are bigger pieces, or maybe they like them better. They're supposed to be vegetarians. A little school of thin bar silver dollar separated themselves out a little. As you can see, I put another cave in there. That's for the sharky, the black shark, because the Asian red tail would not let him enter the cave, so he was hanging outside, pretty miserable. So I gave him another cave, and now this is his. There's a yellowfin. When they're moving around, it's hard to say which one is the phoenix, which one is the yellowfin. This is the yellowfin tinfoil. Also extremely voracious. All carp have great appetite, but these predatory carp, my goodness, they're up top with the greediest fish out there. See, all the phoenixes stuffed their mouths full, and now they're chewing with their throat, trying to mash up the food, the fish pieces, and swallow them as quickly as possible so that they could take some more in. They're about a foot long right now, and you can see some red, pink starting to come through on them, on the cheeks, on the nose, a little bit in the fins. I'm hoping they all will survive and join their two huge kin in the 25,000 gallon. There's two phoenixes in there which are more than 10 years old, probably 11, 12 years old. They're approaching 3 feet, over 2.5 feet. And these guys are probably, let's say, a year old, probably, maybe less. The alpha red hook is swimming kind of funny. I don't know, he's been bothering me today. Yeah, you see how he's swimming back and forth, bumping into the walls. He either hit his head pretty good or maybe he's done. Although lately he's been feeding real well. The one by the back wall with the biggest spots. It doesn't look right, it doesn't swim right. I only noticed it today for the first time. It's like he's struggling to stay in the water column. His head is slightly up, his tail is slightly down. I'm just hoping he really just freaked out and bumped his head, because they're really skittish fish in a smaller tank like this 240. Sometimes they freak out when I pass by, or some sudden movement or sudden sound they hear, and then they bolt and hit the lids, hit the walls. So they really need a much bigger tank. They used to be in there in the 1800 gallon, but they were bothering Dora, the Dorado catfish. So this is sort of a timeout tank for them. Has been a timeout tank for them for the last couple of years. It's funny that also that other Asian red-tailed catfish is not. He's feeding 1/10 of his usual. Almost never feeds compared to the summertime. But this guy that used to be half his size, now he's the same size or bigger, and he feeds all the time. So I don't know if it's a sexual difference or what, but their behavior is very different. He was alpha when they're together, and he was ripping the other one up, so I had to separate them. And the other one was, as I said, was far behind. And now I think he's a little bit bigger. He doesn't let anybody into his cave, see? His cave is totally void of anybody but him. Over 1 foot, probably about 15, 16 inches, I want to say. As some of you know, we lost the Sabrina's big male, the 18-year-old blood parrot male. But his 2 18-year-old females and 3, I forgot, 11, 12-year-old females are doing well so far. Yeah, this is 18-year-old female, and this one is 2. And the other 3 are 11 or 12 years old. They're doing okay. And the 14-year-old King Kong is doing well too. Now he's the only male, and he's happy, but the fish he dislikes the most is the white bar silver dollar, the biggest one out there, see? As if he's proving my words. He can't really bite it, but he keeps puffing up and bumping it, nudging it all the time. Even going around the tank, trying to prove his dominance over that silver dollar, which is not really bothered by it. Anyhow, that's our about. This feeding occurs in once in 2-3 days. In between, I give him smaller pellet snacks. So that's our update on the silver dollar 240 gallon.